Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Ironman profile. In today's video, the goal is to hit Blaze Slayer level 8. We have a little way to go at the time of recording this. If we go ahead and look at my PV, I think I'm 35,000 XP away, which is about 70 bosses, which is a sizable amount of time. This will be the next few hours of me efficiently killing them, but it should be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to finishing off this grind for way too long now, so without further ado, leave a like and subscribe, and let's get ready to jump right into this. It's time to hit Blaze Slayer level 8. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking out in the Hypixel store, don't forget to use my creator code whenever you're picking up an upcoming fire sale, seasonal bundles, skyblock gems, whatever it is. Use code Zach on the Hypixel store. It is spelled just like my name, Z-A-C-H. If you type that in on checkout, you will save 5% on your purchase. It's a great way to support myself and the channel. It allows me to keep doing what I'm doing, and I do greatly appreciate everyone using my code. You guys are the best. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So I just finished my first boss of the day, and I thought you guys might like this, but we are 69 bosses away from being Blaze Slayer level 8, which is pretty exciting. The part that I don't like thinking about is that after that, we're like, what, 1,200 bosses away from Blaze 9, I think? Like 600,000 divided by 500. Yeah, 1,200. So we're 1,269 bosses away from Blaze 9, which is pretty nice to, you know, yeah, it's gonna be a crazy grind. But luckily, like, what's nice about Blaze Slayer actually compared to a lot of other Slayers, like for example, like Spider Slayer, you're arguably like done with it well before you actually hit like Spider Slayer level 9. Like there's a lot of stuff you just don't need. But for me, like honestly, well past Blaze 9, I will be needing like Gabagool Distillate and like drops from Blaze Slayer, which is honestly really convenient. So I like that part of the Slayer. I also think Blaze Slayer is actually probably one of the best designed bosses. Like once you really get into it and actually have like the gear that do it, like when you're trying to like do a tier 4 with like tier 1 daggers or like even with tier 2s, like it's just still a struggle. Like I'm still arguably struggling, so I can't wait to have my final dagger. And honestly, I need to work on upgrade my Crimson set after that. Like my Crimson set needs some work because yeah, right now I'm rocking hot tiered legs and boots, but I've been debating like whether or not to actually invest some time and money and coins into Kudra because of like the update they're proposing with like attributes being fully reworked and changing the drop table basically entirely for Kudra. So I've kind of been putting off Kudra content if you haven't noticed, and yeah, I might continue to. Maybe we go back into Kudra just to get essence and Kudra teeth to upgrade our set, because we're gonna have to do that anyways, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on it. Let me know in the comments down below, though. Should I do a video where we do Infernal Kudra until I get, like, my leggings and my boots up to, like, burning tier? Honestly, maybe even fiery? Like, I should get these things to burning tier almost at a minimum, I feel. So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you guys think we should go back into Kudra just for that reason. Because, honestly, I'd kind of be down. Ooh, Smoldering Blaze Bestiary. That is 19. We're at 21.5k of the 25k. So, yeah, honestly, getting really close to finally being done with that Bestiary. How am I doing on Millennia Age Blazes, though? Like, the big ones? I'm actually curious. I haven't looked in a while. Let's go ahead and look. Crimson Isle, Millennia Age Blazes. Here they are. Oh, okay, I need to focus on killing these guys more often. We are still a long ways away from maxing that. Okay, I'll try and focus on killing at least a few every boss I spawn. And if I do that, if I kill like 3 per boss spawn, then by the time I'm Blaze 9, we'll actually have it maxed. So that's great. Been continuing to do some bosses, and we're now 24,912 Blaze Slayer XP away from Blaze level 8. So about 50 more bosses to go, or actually 50 exactly. So the end is near. 50 bosses, however, does still take a sizable amount of time, in all honesty. But yeah, we're just chugging our way through. So far, so good, obviously, and just gonna continue going. It'd be cool if we could get like another RNG drop before Blaze 8. I mean, we got the 2 high-class Archifiend dice yesterday, but I want more. Am I greedy for that? Maybe. If I want Wilson's engineering plans and Sub-Zero Inverter, I just want to get like all the RNG drops, and then that way we're just working towards our Gabagool Distillate. Don't have to worry about anything else, and yeah, we just continue chugging along. We also need a ton of Derelict Ash, though, so every boss I do actually get something I need, because we're gonna like use so much of that stuff. It's ridiculous, the amount of molten powder we need. I haven't done the math on how many stacks it is entirely, but it's a ton. I was looking ahead, and like I barely have enough for some of the things I have planned, not to mention a lot of the stuff that I consider unreasonable that I haven't even looked at yet. So yeah, we need a ton of derelict ash, ton of Gabagool distillate, and a ton of Blaze Slayer XP still. So I'm gonna keep on going with these bosses, but so far so good. It's been a good bit since we last checked in. Currently though, we're 9.4k Blaze Slayer XP until Blaze level 8, which is honestly amazing. And something I just forgot to do, I think I have 2 chocolate eggs to pick up. It's currently Hopp of these events, so I've been trying my best to get every single egg. Right now I'm trying to get every single Spider's Den location. I'm actually can't remember if I have this one yet or not. Oh, Napoleon, wait, that's a mythic I just watched go past, right? And then, wow, all just to get a common I already have. Okay, great. And there is a second one I can get. I think I have this one, but I'm going to be honest, I can't be asked to go swap to, like, gold mines or something right now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, been getting a lot of duplicates, unfortunately. And the craziest and honestly saddest part is that in my Hoppity shop, like where you can get like new rabbits every event, I had a duplicate legendary, which was kind of tragic. But one thing that is kind of nice about it is for like, it was like a little over 4 million coins. And for it, I got like 94 million chocolate, which actually counts to your all-time. So it counts towards like your prestiges and those milestones, so that's nice at least when you get it. But yeah, still just can't believe it was a duplicate. Like I think I barely have any legendaries. The chance for me to get a duplicate one from that shop is insane. I only had 1 unique rabbit from Hoppity's shop this event, so that part was a little bit tragic. But yeah, just gonna keep on going here. We're so close to Blaze level 8. I want to hit this so bad today. Obviously we are less than 20 bosses away. I think I'm like 19 bosses away right now or something like that, so the end is actually near, which is kind of crazy to think about. And I'm doing my best not to think about Blaze 9 at the moment. I think I'm going to have to go do some other grinds for a little bit before I actually get back on the Blaze Slayer grind. The thought of doing 1,200 more bosses after this is a little demoralizing, I'm going to be honest, to say the least. And sometimes for some reason when I'm at like 34 to 58, this spawns my boss sometimes, but a lot of times it doesn't. So I try not to risk it, and I just drag it all the way out here. Also, I read your guys' comments. Cleave has been removed from my Blaze Daggers. Thank you for the comments. I've kind of been noticing it. I don't know if I like it more or less, weirdly enough, because sometimes like the Cleave would just like kill mobs nearby, but the Crimson Swipe ability, you guys were right, does bug quite a bit. So I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet, but so far I think it's okay. I mean, I'll keep them off if it does actually bug Crimson Swipe. Obviously I don't want to be doing that, so yeah, it's probably for the better that I leave that enchant off my Blaze Daggers. But yeah, I did see all your comments. It has been removed. Thank you very much. And now I just continue doing my bosses. We got like 19 more to go. We got to finish off strong because I want to go do something else so bad. I'm so done with Blaze Slayer for a little bit. Oh my goodness. A Sub-Zero Inverter. That's like our first, like that's the first time I've dropped that. I mean, other RNG drops that we got, I mean, you guys saw this yesterday. 2 high-class Archerfiend dice. A Sub-Zero Inverter now. The only thing we're missing is Wilson's engineering plans, and this thing right here is the upgrader to make a legendary Wisp pet. It's pricey, though. It's so pricey. That's an Apex. Yeah, a stack of enchant pack dice, 2 Bluetooth rings, 2 stacks of molten powder. Not to mention your pet has to be epic as well. So if we go ahead and look up the other upgrade stone price. So right now mine's uncommon. Okay, so let's say we were to work this thing all the way up to legendary and use this item. Here's the rare upgrade price. Not bad at all. I could do this right now if I wanted to. 8 molten powder, a Kelvin inverter. We also got 3 enchant pack dice and a vertex. Not bad, quite reasonable. 14 million coins worth of materials. Great. The epic. Okay, now I could do this one too. Not quite. I mean, I'd need some more vertexes. I'm obviously gonna craft the tier 3 dagger first. But we have 8 vertexes, 6 Kelvin inverters, which I have, 12 enchant pack dice, and 48 molten powder. Still quite reasonable, I'm gonna be honest. It's really not that bad. It's this last one though. It's the Apex. The Apex is where you lose me here, because this thing is a stack of vertexes to craft, or you just have to get crazy lucky. And yeah, so that's kind of insane. But we do have the RNG drop required for the craft now. So one day, I plan on obviously doing this craft eventually, but yeah, one day we'll be able to craft this. So kind of huge. Sub-zero inverter. I didn't think we'd actually get any more RNG drops. Like, right now, how many, we're 4,900 XP away. I'm literally 10 tier 4 blazes away from being at blaze 8, which is crazy. But yeah, that is my first, like, really needed RNG drop from Blaze Slayer. We still need the Wilson's engineering plans, but hey, that's a great one to get. We're gonna need it at some point. We'll take it. We are very, very close to spawning our final boss. This is gonna be our Blaze level 8 boss, which is pretty exciting to say the least. I'm gonna be honest, I've been looking forward to this moment for a good while now. It's been a long grind, but I must say it has also been a very fun grind, which has kind of been very refreshing. But yeah, this boss right here should get us to Blaze Slayer level 8. By far the hardest Slayer level up I've had to do yet on this profile. I know Blaze 9, though, is obviously going to be much harder. From Blaze 7 to here, it was 300,000 XP to get to Blaze 8. It's 600,000 to get to Blaze 9 after this. So, yeah, the grind's definitely not finished, but gonna be taking a little bit of a break from Blaze Slayer after this, I think, just to kind of freshen things up and come back actually enjoying Blaze Slayer again. And obviously during like Aatroxes, we'll be coming back, but yeah, I think I kind of want to try and wait until I have my other tier 3 dagger to really kind of push forward with more Blaze Slayer. I think it's just gonna help us a ton and honestly just make things a lot quicker. And I want to be able to do the bosses down below, because 1,200 bosses of dragging them up top like this is it's a long process to think about and look forward to. So, but yeah, either way, I am excited to eventually do the Blaze 9 grind, but I think we need a little bit of a change of scenery. So, yeah, in just a few more hits here, we will be Blaze Slayer level 8, and it should be right now. There we go. That was our last boss. That is actually insane. Blaze Slayer level 8 plus 2 true defense and perk. Gain plus 20% pet XP from feeding Wisp with Gabagool and 150 Skyblock XP. This perk is actually huge. I have a level 31 uncommon Droplet Wisp, and I've been getting some kills on it the last little bit just to build up its Bulwark perk, which is super nice. It will give us more defense and true defense when doing Blaze Slayer, so kind of wish I started leveling that up sooner, but better late than never, I suppose. And now it is time to actually go ahead and claim the reward. So let's go ahead, call up Maddox so we can actually get our Blaze 8 rewards. Right now, we're level 430. We're about to level up too, which is super nice. And yeah, as you can see, now we're looking towards Blaze level 9. There is actually a perk for Blaze 9. Get a 10-bit discount on Inferno Fuel Blocks. Okay, that's actually kind of nice as well. So nice to see that they have some perks for tier 8 and 9 here. But let's go ahead and claim this one. Boom, there we go. We are now level 431. Blaze level 8, and we're 66 XP towards level 432. Now that we are Blaze Slayer level 8, I thought it would be cool to kind of go over our overall loot from actually getting 400,000 Blaze Slayer XP. Obviously, this grind wasn't instant, to say the least. In fact, it was one of the more tedious ones I've had to do in a good while, but it's time that we actually go over everything we've got. Just for my session this morning, I actually got over 2 stacks of Gabagool Distillate. That's the one thing we won't really be able to know the exact amount unless someone goes back and looks at how much of the stuff I've used since we started Blaze Slayer, but I've gone through a lot of it, and I'll go through a lot more of it, basically. But in terms of what we have left over, here's our Gabagool Distillate storage at the moment. We have a little over 7 stacks, which is actually, I think, the most I've ever had at one time. So that's nice, at least. Here's also our extra distillate from various ones that just are overflowing. And then I even have more in this backpack here. Obviously, as you can see, this is kind of where I keep it until it overflows. Like this stack I'll take out now. We can put that in there. We can go and slap this in here. And in fact, yeah, I guess I can leave it like that. I have so many Fire Aspect 3 books, though. These actually need to be relocated. We need some more chests for Blaze Slayer drops, that's for sure. In terms of some Smoldering books, we have Smoldering 3 on both of our daggers in the meantime as well, which is super nice. And I also have a Smoldering 2 and a Smoldering 1 book. So I'm one off being able to put like Smoldering 4 on one of my 2 daggers, but unfortunately we didn't get there. In terms of duplexes, I have a Duplex 5 book and a Duplex 3 book, and that's without ever selecting all these drops, by the way, without, like, I haven't selected anything besides Gabagool Distillate with my RNG meter, so all this is kind of just what the game's given me. We've also gotten half a stack of bundles of Magma Arrows, half a stack of Kelvin Inverters, a bunch of Mana Disintegrators, as you can see here, as well as Scorch Books. As you probably already know, I've already used the 9 I need, and these are extra Scorch Books, so I'm starting to run out of space for those. We've gotten a bunch of Scorch Power Crystals, but as I get them, I've kind of just been feeding them into my beacon. Right now we have 27 days and 20 hours. This will actually last me until July 1st, so I have the rest of the month of my beacon fully fueled, which is super nice. RNG drop wise, if we go and take a look at that here just now, we've gotten our hands on 2 high-class Archer-Fiend dice, a Sub-Zero inverter, which we actually just dropped with like 5k Blaze Slayer XP to go until Blaze 8, so that's amazing. And then we've also gotten a few of the runes. If we go ahead and look into our rune sack really quickly, what is it called again? Is it, it's on this page somewhere. I always forget what it's called. I think it's this one, right? Fiery Burst Rune. I think this is the one. I have it at tier 2. It goes on hose. Make that make sense. Why is this a hoe rune? I don't know. I've gotten 2 of them. I got lucky and combined them into a tier 2. So I just need 2 more. Maybe we'll put it on like our Netherwort hoe or something random like that. Who knows? But that's our RNG drops. The only one we haven't gotten is Wilson's Engineering Plans, which is a little unfortunate. That's probably the RNG drop I care about the most, even though I can't exactly use it yet. So as long as we get it before I actually need it, then I'll be happy, right? Besides that, though, we've dropped everything multiple times. We've gotten a bunch of Archer-Fiend dice, as you guys have known. I've rolled all of them I've gotten so far. Lava tier runes, I've gotten a ton of those things. Got a bunch of Whis ice-flavored waters. I like to keep these going while I'm doing Blaze Slayer. And obviously a bunch of flawed opal gemstones as well. And then obviously the big one, a ton of derelict ash, a lot of which I've already used for molten powder. If we go and look at my Slayer sack, I have 59,000 more in my Slayer sack, so that is plenty of molten powder I can actually go and craft with that. So that's great. And then obviously we have all the Inferno minion stuff, which you guys have been seeing over the last few weeks especially. Just been doing my best to work towards those tier 3 daggers, obviously, and it's been good fun. But yeah, that is our Blaze Slayer grind, I guess, up until this point, until Blaze Slayer level 8. We're now Skyblock level 431, 66 XP in. We're 39th out of all Ironman players, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, no plans of stopping anytime soon. We have a long way to go. 834 more XP though until we're level 440. So unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's video. This one actually took a couple days to record, so if you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach whenever you find yourself checking out the Hypixel store. It helps more than you guys know. Thank you so much. But without further ado, I can't wait to see you guys in tomorrow's video. Take care and peace out.